Table of values is a chart that shows the values of variables in an equation. So we'll start with a very simple equation, such as x plus y equals 10. And if you think of what values might make this a true equation, in other words, what could you substitute for x and y that when added together would equal 10? Well, probably you can think of some values that would fit in there. So we're just going to add them to a chart. So perhaps you thought of a number such as perhaps this number here, x, could be 2. And if x is 2, then y will be 8. And let's see if we can find another pair of numbers that will fit for these values. So if x is 5, then y will also be 5. So I can just fill in my table of values like this. And if x is 0, then y is going to be 10. And I can just continue. In a table of values, you can actually put any values that would fit for that equation. But more often than not, the values are put in some kind of order so that you can see the relationship between the values and so that you can see the pattern. So if I'm going to start this table of values in some kind of order, I might start with 1 and 9. That would be one set that would go in there. Another pair that would be in order would be 2 and 8, and 3 and 7, and 4 and 6, etc. And you can see that as the x value is increasing, every time it goes up by 1, the y value goes down by 1. So you can see that relationship between the x and the y here. Each of these pairs of numbers is called an ordered pair. And we always put the x value first in an ordered pair. So the first ordered pair we have here is 1 and 9. And they usually have brackets around them separated by a comma like that. And then we have 2 and 8. And we have 3 and 7. And we have 4 and 6. Now once we have our ordered pairs, it becomes very easy to graph this whole equation and to graph these ordered pairs. So now we're going to see how these ordered pairs are going to look on this graph. So we're going to just start by graphing them. And this graph here is called a coordinate plane. And the x value always gets put along the horizontal. And the y value always gets put along the vertical. So when we go to graph this, let's say we're going to graph 1 and 9. 1 is our x value, so we go over 1 and up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's going to be right here. And our next value is 2 and 8, so over 2, because this here, if you remember, is 0, 0. So we go over to 1, 2, and up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we could continue graphing these ordered pairs. 3 and 7, 4 and 6. And when we're done, we will have created, if we join these all together, we will have created a straight line like this, because that's why this is called a linear equation. So our graph that is formed by joining together the points of the ordered pairs is a straight line.